Good morning. Welcome back to Rooted Hearts Homestead. As I said before, I am going to kind of walk you guys through what I'm doing during the day. So let me catch you up as to what's happened in the past week. Kind of dark outside. I hope you can see me, but we're headed to go milk the goats. That's right. You heard me right. Milk the goats. I have not had goats since I was a kid. We also had a cow when I was a kid. I've done milking before, but never anything where I'm on my own doing it, like by myself. It's always had other people with me. Good morning, Bo. Bo's doing her job of guarding the rabbits. It's very exciting to have this and be doing this. There's pieces of it that are scary because they're mine and I'm responsible for them. But yeah, let me take you in the goat barn. Good morning. Yeah? No? Is it a good morning? I think it's a good morning. Yeah. So let's start with the story. 2 weeks ago, I was trying to figure out how to do an raw milk share. I couldn't find anyone around me that had raw milk. We were also in the process of switching our 1.5-year-old from formula to no formula. And several reasons for that. Some of it being cost, some of it being that she wasn't needing it anymore. She was actually eating really well on her own. So I didn't feel like we needed to have the formula. Good morning. Good morning. Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. Oh, excuse me. Did you know what I rubbed? So, in that process, I found out that she was kind of allergic to cow's milk, and I was surprised. I've never had one of my kids allergic to cow's milk. I know that I am, but it comes for me through eczema. I get horrible eczema with having dairy. So I was like, okay, so I need to find a milk share, but it probably should be a goat share. So I talked to one of my goat friends, and they recommended a place that I had kind of been stalking, saying, one day I will get goats from this person. I got on and I realized that they were getting rid of a significant portion of their herd, and I talked to them, and I got 2 goats. I know, I wasn't going to get any more permanent animals this year. I failed. This was one of those timing deals where there was opportunity. So, I would like to introduce you to Tiara and Confetti. One nice thing about getting them from the same barn is that they're already used to each other, and I don't have to introduce them to a new goat. I had not planned on getting 2 does in milk initially when I went into doing this. My plan was to get 2 does and have one in milk and one not in milk, so we weren't inundated with so much milk. So because these girls are not used to being milked by hand, they're used to being milked by machine, there is a little bit of a learning curve happening for both of us. Like I said, hello baby, I am going to milk you, I know. I have not milked in a while, but I have milked before. Confetti does not like to be milked with me sitting backwards. She likes to be, I know you're really full. She likes to be milked with me sitting forward. She also doesn't like to eat her grain while I'm milking her. Again, I have no idea why. That's just all things that we are working on learning. I had planned on being able to sit on this stool and milk. That is not happening. She has no desire to do that. And so, yeah. I'm just like, whatever. We'll do it whatever way she wants to. She did put her foot in the bucket a couple times the first time. My goal is to be able to milk her on both sides. But as you can see, if I do that, she squats. Which is kind of a pain for me because I'm basically holding her up. So, give her a minute. Hey, baby, stand up. You're okay. I give her a minute, let her readjust herself. And I go in just on one side. And she does better with that. Do I want to be just milking one side at a time? Not really. But I'm more than happy to. That's what it is. My milking routine has not been too bad. You get into it and you do it and then it's what it is, you know? I will say I think Tiara is easier to milk just because her teeth are bigger and she likes to stand up when she's milking. Just because Confetti doesn't like to stand up when she's milking, it makes her harder to milk. Today, Confetti's making a liar out of me because she's actually eating her grain, which is this is the first time. So it tells me she's getting more comfortable. Now we wait while Confetti finishes her grain. She's a slow eater. Tiara milks faster, so it's not as big of a deal. Let's go over here and say hi to Tiara. Let Confetti finish. The gal who I found them through was amazing. I could not have done this without her generosity, and I really appreciate everything that she did. The fact that she was willing to let two of her does go together, and there was a lot of pieces to it, but she just did an amazing job with these guys. She actually shows goats, and these are technically show dairy goats. Tiara likes to stand on the hay feeder, so we're gonna have to fix that. She just smunches it down. So the breed I got is called La Mancha. Now they don't have ears. That's their distinct feature, is that they're missing their ears. They're a great dairy goat. They, as you can see, they give lots of milk. I got 21 cups of milk yesterday. So you figure there's 16 cups in a gallon. I almost got a gallon and a half of milk. And that was their first day being here milking. This is only their second day here. They're still getting used to things. I imagine Confetti will get more and more used to us and will eat better on the stand. She's just needing to get all of her nutrients so she can make the best milk possible. So I'm letting her do that. And I figured I'd talk to you guys about this. I wanted a La Mancha for a reason that is a little different than other people. You can go with Nubian. You can do several different types of dairy goats. There's dwarf Nigerian. There's all that. And I had initially looked at dwarf Nigerian goats. I had thought, oh yeah, that's definitely the breed I'll go with. They're a little bit smaller. They eat a little less. But they also produce a lot less. And with adding more kids, it means that we need more milk. We go through more milk, we use it. I realized if I was going to end up making any sort of cheese or yogurt, I was going to want more milk. So in talking with my goat friend who has dwarf Nigerians, we both agreed that something a little bigger would be good for us. What I found that was a little bit bigger while still having the butterfat content and stuff of the dwarf Nigerian was a mini La Mancha. And so I looked and could not find any and realized that I was going to have to create my own, which I am not afraid to do. So that's my main idea. I am planning to create a breed that I can use and have. Mini La Manchas are around, so I'm not doing all the work. It's just they're not around here. I found nobody selling mini La Manchas. So my immediate thought was, well, looks like I'm going to have to breed my own. Which, again, it doesn't scare me. I'm fine with breeding my own. And it's a really good homestead breed because for families that are a little bit bigger and need a little bit more milk, they will make a little bit more milk. However, they'll still have the nice high butterfat content that a dwarf Nigerian has. Now, yes, some of butterfat is what you feed your goats. You can get some butterfat stuff with feeding your goats really well. Some of it is also in the type of goat that you have. And this is one of the ways we do it. And just like that, the milking is done. I am taking the bucket inside. I think I'm going to leave the cleaning bucket out here today because I am carrying you guys, and I'll send a kid out for it later. They're always begging to come see the goats. So one of the things I do need to figure out for in here is a barn cat. We do have one who moved inside over last winter, I think. Her name's Hermione. And I'm just trying to figure out how to introduce her and make it good for her, because obviously she's used to being inside. So, yeah, not sure what I'm gonna do for that. We definitely need a barn cat. That's a necessity with having grain out there. And so we'll see what we can find. I'd love to find a 10 to 12 week old kitten and train them to stay 100% in that barn. And the reason is actually because of the rabbits. I don't want to lose baby rabbits due to cats. And so I would rather have a cat that's used to staying out in the goat barn and not being inside or anywhere else on the property. You know, they're happy to stay in that vicinity. But as with cats, cats go where they want, so we shall see. But right now I'm just headed in. I'm going to strain the milk, see how much I got, and then start our Sabbath. The only thing that I do on Sabbath is I bake bread in the morning so we can have fresh bread in the afternoon. But I'll check in with you guys later when I go back out to the goat barn.